Okay. Hey guys, I guess you guys are here to talk with me about something that I've been wanting to deep dive on for a while and why I still post Pokemon Go. But here's the question. Is Pokemon Go dead? And it had its extreme ups and its extreme downs, and we can all remember the 2016 craze of finding a Ghastly in the wild, everybody would run to you. Finding a Lapras in the wild, everybody would just sprint to you. But I think in this video, we are just going to have a deep dive on Pokemon Go's history, and is Pokemon Go dead? And I'd say this game has had one of the most meteoric falls on the face of all of the mobile games. Because 2016, top of the world, just went down from there. Because of game crashes, because of that iconic game screen. Sorry, our servers cannot connect at this time. It's etched into our brains, that screen. But, yeah, I think we should just hop into the, let's just go back to 2016, I guess.
Pete right now. Got a Pokemon? She's looking at Pokemon right now.
Coding. Creating new apps. I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Nearly 20 years ago that the Pokemon craze took over, and now in 2016, the game has made a resurgence.
During 2016, it was at its peak. We loved it. And then when GoFest happened, the servers were down, long lines of people waiting to get into it.
Now that you guys have gotten to know Chicago a little bit better, it's time to introduce you to something or someone else. Please help me welcome to the stage the CEO of Niantic, Mr. John Hanke.
Thanks, Rachel. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chicago.
I am Team Mystic,
and it was just pretty disappointing for the first ever GoFest. The servers were down. Nobody could really play the game as they wanted to. But we sort of, everybody was really mad about that, but then it just sort of blew away. Then an amazing event came out, and I loved it, and I really think it was an awesome thing. There was shinies in the first ever Gen 3 Pokemon, which I loved, but it is Pokemon Go Halloween. Now, Pokemon Go Halloween, this is sort of a special scenario, because I gotta say, it was an awesome event, probably the most memorable, and the spawns were awesome. But I really would have thought just not including the Hoenn Pokemon in this would have done it a big favor. And if not, just, like, rolling out with some more stuff. Like, I mean, it's okay. I love it. But they could have done something else. And instead of the Halloween event, like, right then, maybe you've done, like, I don't know, like releasing the whole Hoenn thing. I know they didn't do that, but I'm fine with it. Now let's just move on to 2019. Now, we all know what started at the end of 2019, and we all know what continued on. It was sort of a worldwide thing called
Coronavirus is
so everybody had to stay indoors, but people were still playing Pokemon Go. Don't get me wrong. Because Niantic, they did probably one of the biggest and best updates they've ever done. They doubled spawning distance, so we can see Pokemon, do Pokestops, do all that from further away. It was awesome. But then, well, everybody was playing it. There was live streams, all that. But then right after that, on September 1st, they removed it. And the community was mad. And they said they were going to remove it, I gotta say. The community was mad before, but then in the post they said that it would eventually go away. But that was probably the biggest downfall of Pokemon Go to this day. So, let's just go back to the next issue that is more recent, but it may conclude that Pokemon Go really is dead. The remote raid pass nerf. The remote raid pass nerf was the biggest blow to Pokemon Go. They doubled the prices of remote raid passes, and to add on to all that, you can only use 5 of them per day. Which, to YouTubers like Mystic7 or the trainer tips, that is a big blow. Because that is part of their main source of content, and that almost destroys the whole going into remote raids and doing a bunch of them every day. But that made so many people leave that now let's just go to the question, is Pokemon Go dead? And the answer is Pokemon Go isn't dead. It will probably never be dead because of that small, not vocal group, the minority that is still playing Pokemon Go to this day. And they all love it. I mean, I love Pokemon Go, and I'm going to keep on posting content, even if it doesn't get as many views. But I hope this video gets a lot of views, so subscribe!